Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me for this week's reading. I'm working with the Psychic Tarot. I will be pulling 3 cards and we'll see what messages are coming through from Spirit. As always, these are general messages, so they may or may not resonate with you. With that being said, let's get right into it, okay? And the smoke that you're seeing in the background is just sage burning. So let's get into the reading. Okay, what does Spirit want to bring through for this week? For the collective, what does Spirit want to bring through? Okay, I think we just have 2 cards. I need to pull one more, please. One more for this week's reading. Okay, I'm just gonna randomly pull that. So first card, wow, okay, I'm going to show you guys the cards, okay? The first card we have is disruption, okay? And I feel I need to just talk on this, talk right away about this. So with this card, look at the way, you know, it's like we see these different blocks, okay? These are like our structures, our beliefs, our thought patterns, and sometimes they could be different things, your family or whatever, maybe your job, maybe your relationships, maybe different areas of your life that get, you know, sometimes we're just going through life and things happen and then we have this awakening, we have this kind of experiences that shakes us to the core. And that's what I'm feeling with this card, is your beliefs, your ideas, your thoughts. I mean, there could be certain situations that act as triggers, okay? That act as triggers, but they're actually catalysts, because when we go through these major shifts, which make us think differently, which make us think, you know, like if you've been operating, let's say, a certain way, and there are certain situations that trigger you, okay, and that force you to view life in a different light. They're actually catalysts. They're helping you grow. They're just like these blocks. They're making you shake to the core, okay? And it's not really a bad thing. I know it, when we're going through it, it's really bad. It's really bad because it makes you feel so many things and you don't know how to process it, and you feel lost and you feel like, you know, you're just stuck in this space forever. That's the feeling we get when we're in this. We feel like it's never gonna stop, it's never gonna change, I'm never gonna come out of it. But the truth is that things are falling into place. Things are falling into place, and it is painful. There is no denial of that. It is a painful process. It's never an easy process, but it's for your highest good. It's forcing you in a new direction. Whenever I've had awakenings, they've always been extremely painful, for sure, but they've also led me on my highest path. They've also awakened me. They've made me think from a new, like in a new perspective, and, you know, with a new kind of, you know, it's like having a new set of eyes, and you see the world so differently. So some of you may be going through this, and these triggers come through different things. Like it could be anything, you know. Sometimes it's a job loss and you're devastated because everything's going so great and I never expected this, and then boom, you know, you lose your job and you feel lost, and it can create a lot of those kind of, you know, insecurities and fears and all those things. Or it could be a relationship, or it could be a family situation. It could be anything that triggers you to the core. But the trigger is to help you change. The trigger is to help you awaken. The trigger is not to cause so much pain, okay? So that's the thing. It is painful, but it's not to cause pain. It's there to help you get back on track, on the right path, where you're meant to be, okay? So there may be some triggers, or this could be even past triggers that go right back to your childhood, that you're still assessing, that you're still kind of making sense of, and or they could just come up for you for whatever reason. And understand that it is to help you get back on track. Moving on to the second card, we have mental conflict. So definitely this creates a lot of mental conflict, because whatever you thought was true is not true anymore. Whatever your foundation was with this card is not your foundation anymore. So it's literally when we say the ground, how do you say this, the ground, oh my god, the ground shakes under your feet or something like that. There's some saying, I can't remember it now. God, guys, it's early morning, forgive me, I'm having my morning tea right now. So I can't think, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's like, you're not the same person, but you're not the new person. You're still in transition, and it's not making sense. So you're at a crossroads, and yes, this can happen, because you're like, I believed this so far, and none of it is true. I mean, how can that be? Like, it's challenging me to the core. And sometimes these things do challenge you, because they make you think, and they make you view life differently. And that's what's happening, is a lot of this energy, which is, I'm drawn to these, these spiral, like these almost branches, like, it's like new thought patterns are being created now. Whatever you were thinking in the past, those blocks are breaking, and new thought patterns are being created right now because of this situation, because of whatever these triggers are, whatever this catalyst was for you. Now, interestingly, the third card we have is fertility, which is a major arcana. This is the Empress card. So you are being taken back on this journey to yourself, okay? For some, I'm strongly getting a mother or a grandmother figure in spirit who is guiding and nurturing you, but more so, this is yourself, you finding yourself, you coming back to your heart center, you coming back to your core. And look how, her hair is like these branches, and I see leaves on it. So it's like you're growing, you're awakening, you're expanding, your heart is expanding, and she has wings on her back. So it's like there is a new awareness that is taking place. So whilst these blocks and this confusion which is taking place, there is also this new growth, because the Empress is all about new life, rebirth, awakening, expansion, growth, fertility. So it may seem bad, but it's not bad. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. That yes, it seems painful, it seems chaotic, and there is this confusion, but out of this comes the Empress. Out of this comes self-love, self-acceptance, expansion, growth, love, being in your heart center, letting your heart be your guide. And when you do that, guys, when you let your heart be your guide, you attract infinite possibilities. You can attract money, you can attract anything you want, because you're in your heart space, not so much in your head space. The head space can take you so far, but the heart space is a magnet to everything. You want love, you get in your heart space. You want abundance, you get in your heart space. You become a super attractor. You attract things to you, whatever you want, because you're in this expanded heart space, and your energy is felt by all. Your presence is felt by all, because you're in this space. So whatever you're going through, it is for your greatest and highest good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week.